31 episodes have come and gone, and today we give you Comic Book Jeopardy number 32. And has anybody else noticed that this show has lasted longer than most new Marvel comics lately? I mean, come on, Marvel, it's time to up your game. What is up, everyone? I'm Guy Wozniak, and yes, you're watching Comic Book Jeopardy on the Comic Book Guy channel. And we've got 30 new questions and answers to test your knowledge on all things comics and more. Because yes, we do comics mostly, but sometimes just a little bit more as well. Now, the rules of the game, they are pretty simple, but I'll go over it really briefly, just in case you're new here. Keep score while you play the game if you would like, but I always suggest not subtracting points for wrong answers unless you really want to. But the most important rule is that you have to leave your final score in the comments below at the end of the game. Now, before we dive into this week's categories and questions, do me a quick favor. Please hit that like and subscribe button. I found out recently that only about 47% of you guys watching are actually subscribed to the channel. And while we love that almost half of you have hit the subscribe button, we would absolutely love it even more if the rest of you would hit subscribe as well. So yeah, please help us out. And if you enjoy the show, hit that subscribe button before you leave. Again, we would really, really appreciate it. Now, I also want to have a shout out and say thank you to our super awesome channel members. Our member support keeps growing, and we are up to 36 new channel members, or total channel members as of now. So thanks to all of you for grabbing those memberships and for submitting blind bag questions and for voting on our weekly wildcard category polls. We really appreciate it, guys. Now, if you're not a channel member and you would like to become one, all you got to do is click that little join button down below this video player, and then you too can submit blind bag trivia questions every week, and you can vote on the wildcard category every week as well. Now, speaking of the categories, let's go ahead and go over them for this week's show. Category number 1 this week will be the Green Lantern Corps, and yeah, you guessed it, 5 questions all about the many heroes of the Corps for the Green Lanterns. Category number 2 this week is multiple personalities, and in this one we will be asking you questions about actors who have played multiple roles in superhero and comic book based movies over the years. Category number 3 this week is our blind bag category, and these are, like I said, the channel member submitted questions. And they can be about anything and everything comics related. So yeah, thanks to everyone who has been submitting these questions. We really appreciate it. Please keep them coming every week. We do get more than we can use every week though. So if you have submitted one and it hasn't been picked yet to be on the show, please submit it again the following week. We really appreciate the help, guys. Thank you so much for that. Category number 4 is weird flex, but okay. And yeah, sometimes comic book characters, they say and do stuff that's pretty strange, and we will be testing your knowledge on all of those things in this one. Category number 5 is bizarre motivations, and yeah, this is all about strange things as well. It's the strange reasons comic book characters do the things that they actually do, usually villains. Category 6 is Back to the Future, and this is, like I said, our member-selected wildcard category for the week, so thanks for voting on this one, guys. This one beat out Garbage Pail Kids and Athletic Legends, and it beat them by a landslide. And look, it's not that I don't love the Back to the Future trilogy and the franchise, but man, I'm a little upset to say that there was a lack of love for Garbage Pail Kids or for Athletic Legends. You know, I guess it is what it is. Now, don't forget, if you would like to vote on weekly polls for the wildcard category section of the show, or if you'd like to submit questions for the blind bag, all you have to do is join, get yourself a channel membership, and join in the fun. And yeah, help us out, make this a better show. We would super appreciate it. Now, with all that said, I'm going to go ahead and pass control of the game board over to my good friend and co-host, Matt, and he will be running you through today's questions and answers as usual. So, good luck, guys. I'll be back at the end.
Hey, it's Matt, and I'm back. And this is Comic Book Jeopardy. The Green Lantern Corps for 200. He was a test pilot working for Ferris Aircraft before joining the Green Lantern Corps. Who is Hal Jordan? Multiple personalities for 200. Before saving the world as Captain America, Chris Evans played this Marvel superhero. Who is Johnny Storm, the Human Torch? Blind bag for 200. In V for Vendetta, this is the date we are told to remember. What is the 5th of November? And that was sent to us by Jeff Schultz /18G. Hope I pronounced that right. Weird flex, but okay, for 200. This villain repeatedly boasts about his superiority over humans by noting that reptiles haven't required evolution in millions of years, despite being constantly beaten by Batman. Who is Killer Croc? Yeah, what's his name? Waylon? Waylon, something Waylon. I don't know. I'm sure someone will let us know in the comments. Bizarre motivations for 200. This villain planned to marry Peter Parker's Aunt May so that he could get control of a nuclear power plant that she'll be inheriting. Who is Dr. Octopus? And yeah, who doesn't remember that comic cover with Doc Ock and Aunt May up on the wedding altar? That was great stuff. Back to the Future for 200. This is the amount of electrical power required to operate the flux capacitor. What is 1.21 gigawatts? Who doesn't remember that in Back to the Future? That was fantastic. He just kept running around his house screaming it. All right, and that's going to be it for our 200-point cupcake round. So let's move on to the 400-point questions. The Green Lantern Corps for 400. He is the first Green Lantern, but was not a member of the Green Lantern Corps. Who is Alan Scott? And who remembers his rings and vulnerability? Multiple personalities for 400. This actor portrayed Thanos, Cable, and Jonah Hex. Who is Josh Brolin? And yeah, who doesn't remember that classic Jonah Hex? Didn't that win some Academy Awards? I think it did. Blind bag for 400. Marvel's first Los Angeles-based team counted a demigod, 2 mutants, a flamehead, and 2 Russians amongst its members. What is the Champions? And that was sent to us by Christopher Daly-Graham7214. Weird flex, but okay, for 400. This early Human Torch and Fantastic Four villain would often brag about the stickiness of his weaponized adhesives that he uses against his foes. Who is Paste Pot Pete, later the Trapster? Bizarre motivations for 400. This villain absorbs all knowledge from different civilizations, then destroys them so that no new knowledge can develop, so that he will eventually have the sum total of all knowledge in existence. Who is Brainiac? Back to the Future for 400. In Back to the Future 2, Marty is startled by a holographic ad for this 1975 film's 19th sequel. What is Jaws? All right, that wraps it up for the 400-point round. Now we're moving on to the 600-pointers where things are starting to get a little more difficult. The Green Lantern Corps for 600. He was once considered the best of the Corps before having his ring stripped from him and becoming a recurring foe of the Green Lanterns. Who is Sinestro? Multiple personalities for 600. Michelle Pfeiffer played Catwoman in Batman Returns, and also this Marvel character. Who is Janet Van Dyne, the Wasp, in the Ant-Man movies? And damn, who did not love Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman? Wow, I had a huge crush on her. Blind bag for 600. After Marvel threatened to sue Image Comics over the use of the title Gen X, Image changed the title of a hot book of the 1990s to this. What is Gen 13? Now sent to us by Jimmy Walker, Dynamite. Weird flex, but okay for 600. This Spider-Man foe and crime boss has bragged about smothering underperforming henchmen to death in the folds of his body fat. Who is Slug? And bonus points if you know his real name. Bizarre motivations for 600. This Spider-Man foe wants to control the world by turning all humans into dinosaur-like creatures like himself. And funnily enough, 2 Spider-Man foes have had this motivation. Who is Stegron or Sauron? That's right, 2 of them. Back to the Future for 600. This is the name of the mall where Marty's time-traveling adventure begins. What is Twin Pines Mall? And then when Marty comes back from the past, the mall is now called Lone Pine Mall. That's going to do it for the 600 pointers, and now we're moving on to the 800 point round, so buckle up. Things are starting to get really hard now. The Green Lantern Corps for 800. He is widely considered to be the drill sergeant of the Green Lantern Corps. Who is Kilowog? Of course. Multiple personalities for 800. Before being known for his iconic portrayal of Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds also played this wisecracking character in a 2004 Marvel movie. Who is Hannibal King from Blade Trinity? And I know a lot of you were going to jump right to Green Lantern. That's why I said Marvel movie. Blind bag for 800. This is Aunt May's maiden name. What is Riley? And that was sent to us by Hayden Clare Heroes. Weird flex, but okay for 800. Despite being soundly beaten at every turn, he constantly brags about the superiority of his kite-based weapons. Who is Kite Man? Bizarre motivations for 800. This villain was an assassin who became bored with the mundane murders he was committing, so he now creates elaborate murderous escape rooms that he has dubbed Murder World. Who is Arcade? And anytime he appears in a story, you know you're in for a good time. Back to the Future for 800. When Marty disguises himself in a radiation suit to scare his father George into asking Lorraine to the dance, he calls himself this. Who is Darth Vader from the planet Vulcan? All right, and that does it for the 800 point round. And now for the most difficult section of the show, the 1,000 point questions. So get ready. The Green Lantern Corps for 1,000. This good-hearted dog-like Green Lantern received his power ring through nepotism. Who is Nort? Or is it Gnort? I've always said Nort. Multiple personalities for 1,000. Oh, and you know what that sound means? This is today's Daily Double. And I'm sure you know how it works, but just in case, you're allowed to wager as many points as you want that you've earned thus far in the game on this question of multiple personalities for 1,000. Christian Bale is Batman and also this Marvel character. Who is Gore, the God Butcher, in Thor: Love and Thunder? And you know what? He was the only really good thing about that movie. Blind bag for 1,000. This state is where you'd find the first comic shop in America. What is Washington State? Seattle's Golden Age Collectibles in 1961. And that was sent to us raindrop_fairy? Thanks. Weird flex, but okay for 1,000. This villain bragged that he has the proportionate speed, strength, and agility of a certain large pinniped marine mammal. Who is the Walrus? Bizarre motivations for 1,000. This villain used Big Barda's Mega Rod to try and force her and Superman into making an adult movie. Who is Sleaze? I mean, who else could it be? Back to the Future for 1,000. This fictional comic book is featured as a prop when Marty first arrives in 1955. What is Tales from Space? Right, and that's going to do it for our 1,000-point round, and now we're moving on to Final Jeopardy. And if you don't know how it works like this. You can wager as many points as you earned thus far in the game on this final question from Legion of Superheroes. First appearing in Adventure Comics number 247, these three teenagers are the original founding members of the Legion of Superheroes. Who are Cosmic Boy, Saturn Girl, and Lightning Lad. And I gotta admit, when researching this, I'd guess Cosmic Boy and Saturn Girl, because who doesn't know those two? But Lightning Lad, that was the one that got me tripped up. And yeah, I had the good fortune of meeting Jim Shooter, who wrote his first published comic story, and it was over 100 issues later, in like the 300-somethings, where he introduced three new members to Legion of Superheroes, and he signed that for me. And he had written that story when he was 13 years old and was published when he was 14. Man, what a crazy life that guy's led, huh? But yes, that's going to do it for today for Comic Book Jeopardy, and now I'm going to send it back over to Guy.
All right, guys, that will wrap up today's episode of Comic Book Jeopardy. I hope you had a good time. Don't forget to leave your score in the comments below and let us know how you did. And don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe buttons before you leave today. Now, with all of that said, I'll go ahead and I will close this one out by saying what I say at the end of every single one of the videos that we do on the channel, and that is, please keep collecting comics. We're comic fans here. We love them. We want you to love them as well. Keep watching our videos. We can't continue to grow the channel and do the things that we love to do here without your support, so keep watching, keep subscribing. And yeah, I'll say that until the next one. Bye now.